Hey, what's going on? I'm Eric Spencley with Spencley Design Co. And today I'm going to show you how to joint a nice clean edge on your board using your router table. So I'm starting my next furniture project and all of my walnut lumber has these really rough edges on it, so I won't be able to get clean straight cuts. Now, if you had a joiner, you could easily run these across, but in my shop, I don't have one of those. Now, if you don't have a joiner, there are tons of different ways you can achieve this, but today I want to show you how you can use your router table to get the job done. The first thing that we need to talk about is router bit selection. Here, we have a flush trim bit, a pattern bit, and some assorted straight bits. In theory, any of these bits would work, but let's take a closer look. This flush trim bit would be a perfect choice, but if you want to join edges on 8/4 stock, the cutter head simply isn't large enough. And if we want to step up to a large pattern bit like this, you could take care of maybe some 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch stock, but it's still not large enough for 8/4 stock. What you really need is something larger like these bits here. You can see that this massive bit has plenty of size to joint this 8/4 lumber. Plus, it has spiral cutters which will give us a much cleaner finish. While I get the bit situated in the collet, I want to thank my Patreon supporters for making these unsponsored videos possible. If you want to get some awesome rewards and help me quit my day job to take this channel full time, consider checking out my Patreon page. But as always, there's no pressure. So the next thing that we're going to do is align our fence to our router bit. Now everybody's fence is going to be different, but the same general concepts apply. Now the fence on your router table should be perfectly flat all the way across, so that there are no gaps when you hold the board against it. We want to bring the left fence out just a hair, and my fence has these joiner bars that I can insert behind the MDF sub panel, but some washers or even a few pieces of paper would achieve the exact same effect. So now, if we press the board against the fence, we can see the left side is flush, and on the right side, we have a small gap. So if we were to run our board across the fence now, it will just barely catch on the left fence, and that tiny bump is the amount of material that we're going to remove. To get the bit in the correct position, I'll hold my flat board against the router bit and slide the fence forward, then tighten everything down. So now, if I run my board across, it just barely hits the router bit and passes over the left fence without a problem. Alright, so now that the setup is complete, we can run our boards through and get them jointed. The key here is to position the vast majority of your weight on the board on the left side of the cutter, just as you would with a regular joiner. And if you found this helpful, consider hitting that like button down below. And if you're interested in seeing more tips and project videos, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon. But again, there's no pressure. Now after running the board through the router, we have a nice clean and flat edge. And if I sit it on my cast iron router table surface, you can see that it's dead flat. So I was talking about 8/4 stock earlier, and does it work for thick stock too? Of course. Just be sure to have your dust collection on because this can be a very messy process. Want to see more behind the scenes photos and videos and even see projects before they make it here to YouTube? Check me out on Instagram at Spencley Design Co. And just like the thinner stock, this 8/4 stock is now dead flat too. Now that's all there is to using your router table as a joiner to get nice clean edges on your board. And if you'll excuse me, I gotta get back to the project. So, see you on the next one.